Hello, hello, hello. This video here, doing some of the review questions. Not all of them, just the ones you had to do, which is 54 to 56. Try not to overwhelm you with work. I'm trying not to do that. So we have this one to start off with, and this was tricky. So my aim is to explain a bit and then let you have a go to finish it off. So the data was collected from 200 students. That's a lot of students. I'm going to zoom in even more so you can really see that. Don't worry about that other question. We're just going to focus on this one. So 200 students and favorite ice cream flavor. 90 liked chocolate, 50 liked vanilla, 45 strawberry, 15 caramel if you add those up. 90 plus 50 is 140 plus 45, 185 plus 15, 200. So that's good. They all add up. So we're going to do a graph. Picture graph. A pictograph here, which they just call a picture graph. So this is the title. We can do that straight away of our graph. Is our favorite ice cream flavor. All right, and so this is going to be the number of students on the side. I'll try and write it sideways. Can be a bit tricky. But here I go. It's actually surprisingly easy. Just as long as I focus on the cursor. I was going fine until the S. And down the bottom will be the flavors. Favorite flavor. So we need, change color here. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, caramel. So I'm going to put a column here for chocolate. A column here for strawberry. Vanilla. And caramel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, normally what you do, normal graph, please don't do this. Normally what you do is you'd go up from 0 and you'd say our biggest one is 90. And so we'd go up maybe up to 100 and you'd go up in like, I don't know, 20, 40, 60, 80. And you do it like this and you draw some columns. And so the chocolate is 90 and then this one's 50, etc., etc., etc. 90, and you do it more accurately than this. And 50, 45, wow, they're pretty close. Just a little bit less from that one. You use a ruler. And then 15, da da da. And that's what you do. But we are not doing that. So bye. For a picture graph, we do not do this. We don't put the numbers on the side. We're going to let pictures do the work. So we're going to picture 20 students. I'm going to go with the ice cream. Oh, well, no, because I'm going to be really boring here. I'm going to do a square. I know it's boring, but you'll see why. Oh, no. I'm sorry. We're doing a smiley face that we've already done. It's already fixed. I can't change it. I was going to do a square. Now, what should we make the smiley face represent? I think 20 is a nice number. Or maybe 25 or 50. No, I think 20 is nice because we can split it into quarters easily. Or you could do 10. Yeah, let's go with 10. So 10 or 20. And the reason I did 10 because then I don't have to do quarter smiley faces. So 9 means 9 smiley faces. 1, I'll fill in the details in a moment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 smiley faces for this one. Next one's 50, so it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 tricky ones, 45 and 15. 45 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a half smiley face. And this is 15, it's going to be 10 plus a half. So now I fill in the details of our smiley faces. Takes time. So pictograph, doing it by hand, takes longer. If I was just doing columns, so much easier and neater. But when you're a good artist or you're using computer, you can do this pictograph really quickly. Now, oh, that one looked like it had one eye. What am I going to do with the half, though? I think it's only going to have one eye and half a smile. One eye, half a smile. Done. So that's our favorite. So we've got a title. We've got labels on the left and right. Yeah, even this number of students. Good to have, but sometimes they even leave that out. All right, going over. 3, 2, 1. Whoop, whoop, that way. So, question 5. Evaluating the effectiveness. Wow, really tough. All right. Excuse me. How much soup was sold at the school canteen? 3 months. So it's the same data both times, but it looks really different. Well, this one is a column graph. The other one is a pictograph or a picture graph. Straight away, which one do you like more? Do you like the columns or do you like the pictures? Sometimes people like the pictures. They're more interesting. But what is the problem with the picture graph is, look at this, those fractions. And this one here looks like a full one, but it's not. It's not a full one. Huh, they did that and the numbers on the side. That's unusual. Normally you would not have that, like I said earlier. But this one they've done both. Fine. All right. Which graph is more useful? Column graph. Why? Because the canteen manager has to order the correct number of ingredients. And column graph. Why? Because it is easier to read the exact numbers. On a column graph. So on a column graph, you can see more easily that that is exactly 100 there. Whereas compare that to this. Well, what? Apparently that's 100. It doesn't seem like 100, but it is. And this one here from the column graph, you can see it is like 225. But this one here, yeah, it is, but hard to tell. And this one, 375. Picture graph, it's possible, just not as good. Scrolling down. 3, 2, 1. Whoop, up, 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 up. All right, back to normal way. Just 54. 2 more pages. That was a long first page. Ooh, side-by-side column graph. So side-by-side. I don't know, we want the columns touching each other, I guess is what they mean. So I'm going to label it drinks. We don't know anything about it, whether it's the boys and girls drinks, and it's like, we need a title. I'm going to assume it's favorite drinks. But that's dangerous. Really, what you should do is ask the person who gave you this data, what's going on? So we're going to have the number of students on the side, number of children, whether it's boys or girls here. And we're going to have drinks down the bottom. But there is, I know what they mean by side by side. Boys and girls, side by side. All right. So the first one, water. Let's go light blue, because it's water. Oh, and before we can do that, water, soft drink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put boys and the girls, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So water, soft drink, That's a soft drink. It's going to be very small. Milk, juice, cordial. Okay? So then, and the numbers, it needs to go up to, the highest one's 11, so it needs to go up to 12. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That'll do. Now, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but then it gets a bit messy. And I'm not, and messy is bad. So the water, the boys, you can just see that there, was 5 and girls was 10. So I'm going to do a boys column here as 5 and green, and dark blue for girls and 10. Now maybe you're thinking, blue for girls, that's not the right color. Did you know that blue used to be the girls' color and pink was the boys' color? Because pink was red. Pink was like red, and that's red was manly. So all the boys were dressed in pink. And then something happened and it changed. So soft drink 11. Just an interesting bit of history for you. Girls in blue, 6. I'm going to shade these because they're so hard to see right now. So if we shade it, then you can see a bit more clearly. And I'm going to have to put a little key up here. I say boys and girls just because otherwise people will be confused. They say, what's going on? Why are there 2 columns side by side here? What on earth do they mean? And then they know. So have a go at the other ones here. I reckon pause the video. I'm going to keep going in. So here's how we do it. Milk, 5. Juice for boys, 6. And cordial, 30. Whereas for girls, I'm going to color it in. So drawing a graph takes a lot of time. That's why we use computers to do it. Computers can do this whole thing quick once you know how to set it up. Girls, only 2 of them liked milk. What? And 6 and 6. So this one was even for juice and more for like this. So they did ask a lot of people. But I think if you ask a different set of boys, girls, you'd get different answers. So our graph, it's got a title, it's got the 2 axes, it's got labels, it's even got that key there. That's a good graph. Scrolling down. 3, 2, 1. Questions? Just questions to finish off. No more making. Look at the line graph below and answer some questions. Okay. Linda's height at birth. That's there. So at birth, you look up, she's there, and you look across. So that's 30, and halfway between 40. So halfway between 40 and 45. Halfway between 40 and 50 is 45, and it says in centimeters. I'm going to zoom in more. Zoom, zoom, zoom. 45 centimeters, meters. Meter. How many centimeters did she grow between 2 years and 6 years? So 2 years, she's there, and then 6 years, she's there. So where's she at 6 years? 6 years across here, between 90 and 110 is 100, and she's down here at 70 before. So she went from 70 centimeters to 100 centimeters. No, not plus. I meant to be 2. Like literally, I'm using some English here. And that got rid of everything. So 70 minutes to 100 centimeters. That's 30 centimeters. So she grew 30 centimeters. How tall was Linda when she was 3 years old? Now it's getting tricky. Because 2, 4, halfway in between is 3. You'd use a ruler and you'd come up and hit exactly there. We're lucky it's on the line. Come across. So what we did is like that. Boom, hit the point and then come across here. Halfway between 70 and Wait a minute. I've just spotted something wrong. 80 centimeters. Something really bad that they did. Super bad. This down the bottom corner. No. It should be going up in tens. So this one, it shouldn't be 0. That should be 10. And then that should be 20, etc. Really bad graph there they've done. They've left out the bottom. Bad mistake. All right. If Linda grows 5 centimeters each tall, how tall will she be when she's 10? So, okay, 6, 8, 10. Basically, it's there. Well, how old is she now? She's at 8 years. Go across. She's at 120. So she's 120. And then when she's 8, and then she grows 5 centimeters, and then she's 9, grows another 5, excuse me. Self-gesundheit is 130. Now, you can do it from the graph, though, as well. 5 centimeters a year, it's a bit trickier. It's like, 5 centimeters is like half a square. So when she's 9, she's up there. And then you add another 5 there. And it's 10, 130. But that is silly. Now, I noticed how they have to say birth 2 years, 4 years. Yeah. Very strange graph. Why did they start over there? Why didn't they start on the side? Strange graph. All right, scrolling down. 3, 2, 1. Last question. Dot points. Why do they leave the easier question till last? Our tests. Final question's hardest one. How many cars had 3 passengers? Well, that's 3. Count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots. How many cars only had a driver? So this one we had to think. Ooh, only had a driver. What does that mean? Well, normally you got a driver and a certain number of passengers. So if there's only a driver, that means 0 passengers. That's why it's a little bit tricky. You have to understand. You don't look at the one column. You look at that column. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bit of a trick there. You can separate it into sections to make it easier to count. And we're done. Hey, that was a pretty tricky one. Friday lesson. We were going to do computer stuff, but it seems like we'll be working from home. So I'll get some Kahoots ready for you instead. All right, videos are done. Bye-bye.